colossal Impact Arena. So quite showcasing the skills early in the round robin stages. And here comes Kidambi Shrikant. Onto court, he'll be nervous, as experienced as he is.
Represented by
Brings so much to the table. And up against him, the young 20-year-old Canadian
from the USA.
Young
Service.
On the bench, it's this 29-year-old who we're very familiar with on our screens throughout the world. Kidambi Shrikant, where the Popov brothers are doing battle against a Chinese pairing. And deadlock in that opening game, 17 points all. That's over on court 1, just a couple of courts down from where we're stationed here. So plenty of noise bleeding throughout the venue because of that one. Really entertaining, that is. Although China lead 4-love in that overall tie against France.
Love.
Missed by much.
3-love.
Well, sparkling start so far then for Kidambi Shrikant. Always missed that one though. Really good rally for Brian Yang to come out on top of. Long, grueling, punishing rally. That'll settle him down nicely, you'd imagine, as he does eventually get his scoreboard moving. Yeah, quick to close down that earlier good network. Pop that up far too high, Shrikant. Nicely done.
Right. Okay. Service over. 4-2.
Kidambi Shrikant comes in with back-to-back semi-final showings at the Korean Open, the Swiss Open this year. As I say, played 15, won 11, lost 4. And of course, himself and Lakshya Sen made history for India in December when they were assured of the first ever men's singles finalist at the World Championships, which in the end
3-4.
ended up being Kidambi. He was the losing finalist in the World Champs in Huelva, incidentally, in December, to Lo Kian Yu.
4-all.
But those 11,000 world ranking points ensured him passage to be knocking on the door of the top 10. Ranked 11th at the moment is the sinewy 29-year-old with his back to us.
5-4.
The young 20-year-old from Canada starting to settle here, finding his range. That was imperious accuracy.
Service over.
He was the Denmark Masters winner in week 31 of 2021 was Brian. Last title. And, in week 17 of last year, he was the men's singles winner of the Pan Am Individual Championships.
Six, 5. Service over 6.
Super
all.
tight net play from the young Canadian. Look at that.
Service over 7-6.
Well, yesterday, of course, the Indians down Germany 5-love. And with their top players in form, you know they've got the potential to make the quarterfinals and beyond. There's no doubting that.
Service over 7
And,
all.
well, after day one, both the Asian teams in Group C, including Chinese Taipei, the 4th seeds, made a very strong impression. Oh, that's deceptive brilliance from Kidambi, but that's spilt long. Oh, he's frustrated with that miss.
8-7.
Incidentally, we mentioned Chinese Taipei. They're on court 2 as we speak, taking on Germany, the other 2 teams in Group C of this Thomas Cup. Chinese Taipei dispensed with Canada 5-love yesterday. Will the Indians do the same today, or will it be a much more competitive affair? Well, you have to say that's pretty much down to this young man in black at the top of your picture. If he can get off to a good start, as he's done here so far, and twist this his way, things could really look up for the Canadians. He's missed that as well.
Service
Brian
over
Yang enjoying that miss.
9-8.
Barking away to himself. Has that spilled over the back line? So far, he's mixed it up nicely. Oh, brilliant rally, punishing. Great straight smash from Brian Yang to seal the deal there.
10-8.
Looking very calm and composed. And both men playing within themselves at the moment nicely. That's gone as well, and it is indeed the world number 29 from Canada, Brian Yang, who takes the early lead. 3-point cushion, 11-8 game one.
But so far, the up here and the attack, the mixing up and drop is not really good. Really solid start. Keep it going.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Golden opportunity to match or better their predecessors for the Indians. 3 semi-final performances back in 1952, 55 and 1979. It's a long time ago. Desperate to turn the tables and get back where they belong. Strong side this year, but they're up against it in this first men's singles.
Service over.
Brian Yang has
9-11.
worked up to some really good form over the last few months. Posted a lot of wins. He's posing a few problems for the Indians at the start here. India, or back home, they've got 7 top 50 men's singles players at their disposal. And right at the run of 5
16,
of them.
15.
Everything's so measured. Very close, really good work from Brian Yang.
Service over, 16, 17.
Oh, wonderful little cross block off the forehand wing from Kidambi.
Service over, 18, 16.
That proved pivotal in this opener. 2-point cushion for the Indian.
Service over, 17, 18.
Got up high, created quite a steep angle there, but just missing with the tape intervening. That'll frustrate him. Still-eyed gaze following his charge round assiduously. All eyes trained on court 3 for this. Sharp end of game 1. Good play from Brian Yang, good forcing play, very confident and bold, backing himself. Now then, what next? This nervy, nail-biting opening game. Great dispatch from Kidambi, but the work was done with the penultimate shot. Really good.
19, 18.
That one there. Two points away in the opening game. Well, claims from Brian Yang that his opponent touched the net, but I think that was out of desperation, really. Look at that, superb.
20, game point.
Really
18.
good play. Another point notched for Kidambi, who now has a couple of game point opportunities. Good back behind from Brian Yang.
19, 20.
Yanking the lithe Indian all over the court there. So he's still in touch, but Kidambi with a second game point opportunity here on the serve of the Canadian. Put it right in the strike zone, didn't he? Asked for trouble there, Kidambi Srikanth. Firm umpiring from the American. Deadlock. That's gone as well. A couple of game points have come and gone for Kidambi Srikanth. Now it's the turn of the young Canadian, Brian Yang. Can he hold on here? Do something that Kidambi couldn't just now. Secure game 1.
Play.
Yes, he can. It's the first breakthrough of this tie, and it goes to
22-20.
the world number 29. Brian Yang makes his move, takes the opening game, having fended off a couple of game points. You feel good about that. This was how he did it. Very solid. Canada off to a flyer.
Really well, but kind of got you over the hump for that. The net, just if you're there and you're able to spin, fine. If not, though, just push it and make sure you get that high lift. But he doesn't attack nearly as well when it's flat and he's going for it. So yeah, really good attack last third of the game. Well done. Good first one.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Well, a really good tough out from the young Canadian there. As well, he was 18-20 down in that opening game, but then knitted together 4 consecutive points to secure the game. Really brave. Can he hold on? The question on everybody's lips now against the former world number 1, Kidambi Srikanth. Yang looking good. He's halfway home.
Love all.
Just what Canada asked for.
One love.
And now I would imagine the Indian captain is sat nervously on his chair, having sort of opted not to play Lakshya Sen. Might he pay the ultimate price here in this opening rubber as a consequence of that? Only 2 world ranking spots between them. Him and Kidambi. And Yang has landed that as well. He's utterly focused right now and touching the lines with everything that he engineers. That's plumb on as well. Building with confidence now, finding more expansive parts of his game on the back of that opening game victory. Finding another gear. Good pace there with the straight smash.
Service over 1-4.
Slightly short lift away, got the treatment there.
2-4.
Loves this kind of pattern of play. Taking his time, Kidambi Srikanth doesn't want to let his opponent scream away on the score.
Kang Sun-yong from Korea.
Service over. 9-10.
But you can't take this man lightly. Young Brian Yang, richly talented, brings so much to the badminton court. Oh, hang on. If there was challenge, he would have pulled the trigger right there. That looked plumb on the line to me, but there we are. It's been called wide.
Interval.
So to the interval with a slender lead goes Kidambi Srikanth in game 2. Much needed as well, 11 points to 9.
That's the difference. Make sure we still are getting that height on the list. He doesn't go after that goes as much, and then more control the fact that you're careful of the high risk cross smash or cross net, because he's anticipating a bit on the cross court side, and then that's good, keeping you off balance on that a little bit. So be careful of that cross one, okay? Come on, let's go. Let's keep it going. Come on.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds. On court.
Well, there's been a clinical efficiency, hasn't there, from both really, particularly in game 2, though, from this man. With a smattering of soft, silky hand skills as well, and quickly onto net putaways. Can he extend his stay and detain the young Canadian who snatched the opening game somehow?
12-9.
Wow, beautiful cross net. He's now won 6 out of the last 7 points. Pedigree on display from the former world #1 from India. Look at this, very alert. Up in the pace and getting rewarded is Kidambi right now. 7-point cushion will feel really good to him. Just 5 points away from
16-9.
deadlock on the scoreboard. Well, they say it's often minutiae that separates the great from the good.
17-9.
Srikanth is finding it right now. And he'll be feeling as upbeat as the background music, I'm sure. He's done a really good job in game 2 here. Brian Yang left frustrated and a little perplexed. Oh, that's nice. Now, is this the start of a generous turnaround? Let's find out.
10-17.
A much-needed point, just somehow to pierce the momentum bubble of the Indian right there. Oh, another high-quality Indian point.
Service over. 18-10.
To snatch back the reins of control in game 2. And what a game it's been for the man at the top of your picture. Blistering pace with the body smash.
19-10.
Glorious.
Service over 11-19.
Super net play from both men. Look at this. Oh.
Service over 20, game point 11.
Well, he's been commanding in attack all throughout game two as Kidambi Srikanth, as he stared down the court there, having secured game two. That was lopsided, showing his pedigree, the former world number one. Kidambi Srikanth snatches the second game, 21 points to 11. We go on. It's going to be decided by a third and deciding game, this opening match. After 35 minutes, it's a belter.
We're going from out to too short, so we got to find that depth again. So that he gets a bit more lift, get more confidence, and then a bit more attack because of that. And you know what? He's starting to anticipate too.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Well, it was a generous run of 7 consecutive points through the belly of that second game that really sealed it for Kidambi Srikanth. Now then, what else has this young man got under his sleeve? Can he do what he did in the opening game and somehow wrestle back early momentum?
Play.
He came out firing at the start of game two with a 4-love lead, but couldn't sustain. Does he really believe deep down he can beat Kidambi Srikanth? It's gone. Yeah, slightly slippery underfoot. We saw that yesterday. It's been humid and quite stormy over the last few days around Bangkok, and it seems to have then materialized in sort of slightly damp courts. Nicely done. Carrying on where he left off in game two.
3-love.
Super tight net play from Kidambi. He is absolutely on it right now. His judgment there, though.
Service over 1-4.
It's at the start of the comeback for the Canadian. Lithe and elegantly dispatched.
Service over 5-1.
But there's plenty of hang time on this. Lovely.
Service over 2-5.
Well, as much as there's a Okay, you stay put.
Service over 6-8.
Ripples throughout several world draws this year. In particular, he's a top 30 player and he looks very determined. Good level of still-eyed gaze and focus from the Canadian. He's not done with this just yet.
He
shows a maturity, the 20-year-old in black, way above his years.
11-8.
But it's Kidambi Shrikant that heads to the turn with a 3-point cushion, 11 points to 8. Exactly 3/4 of an hour contested out here on the match clock. The Indian, slender advantage.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Well, there was a classic response, wasn't there, from Kidambi Shrikant at the loss of the opening game to this man. And now he's a 3-point cushion in the decider. Is it enough to get across the line? We know how feisty and competitive Brian Yang is in his very quiet, self-contained, purposeful kind of way.
11-8.
Will the experience of the former world #1 pay dividends about now?
Service over 9-11.
Yeah, good insistence attack from
Service over
Kidambi.
12-9.
Keeping his foot to the floor here. You immediately added fallen wide. Six out of the last 7 have gone the Indians' way. Just that little bit more alert. He's played a lot of these kind of moments, remember, over the years, and a lot more than Brian Yang.
Service over 10-14.
Disbelieving he's missed that, though. Brian Yang, resurgent in Bangkok here. A hat-trick of consecutive points for the world #29. He's not done with his scrap just yet. There's more music from him, and this is timely. Canadian fans at home delighting in this rich talent. Yeah, that's right into the strike zone. Too many times.
15-12.
Doesn't miss them. Encouraging hat-trick of points, though, for the Canadian.
13-15.
Clever little push here to the back court. That was really nice, wasn't it? Can ill afford that kind of miss.
Service over. 16,
he knows it.
13.
Frustration etched all over his face after that. That'll go down as an unforced error. Oh, a lovely little clip down from Kidambi.
17-13.
He's at the start of the kick for home from the Indian.
$18-13.
Wow, looking really good right now, Kidambi Srikanth.
19-13.
Buoyed by that 6-point cushion on the scoreboard, really looking up for the former world #1 and current world #11.
Service over. 14-19.
Super play, lovely rich
Service
mix
over.
of controlled variety
20.
from
Match point.
the Indian.
14.
And after 51 minutes, Kidambi Srikanth has 6 match points.
Service over. 15-20.
India are up and running in this tie as Kidambi Srikanth salutes the crowd and his camp. He's delighted with that turnaround, having lost the opening game 20-22 and been under a great deal of pressure. He turns it round and scraps through, toughs out a really tight opening match for India. It comes through a tight 3-game contest in the end. 20-22, 21-11, 21-15. That'll feel good for Kidambi Srikanth, and well, you have to compliment his opponent today, Brian Yang, the 29-year-old, who really did put up a spirited scrap at the first match belonging to this man. Kidambi Srikanth finding a way on a tricky day to get his nation the opening match going to India. This one's coming up next. It's the first of the men's doubles. Ranki Reddy and Shetty take on Kevin Lee and Jason Anthony Boshu. Don't go too far. India 1-0 to the good. Leading the way with the yellow headband.
Haidadi from France.
They've had a good year.
Service
the Indians. Telemosa elder, a little bit taller, 4 centimeters from Mumbai is Chirag Shetty. The tight haircut, shaven, ready to roar, looking pretty self-like, svelte-like I should say. And this man played singles yesterday against Chinese Taipei. Took a loss to Wang Suwei. Today he's in the first doubles. Jason Anthony Bushu, 23 years of age, from Markham. Has been up to 29 in the world with Yakura, as you can see on that graphic. But today playing alongside Kevin Lee. Same age. They share that in common. From Alberta. He's been up to 319 in the world, as he is right now, with Lindemann is constant along his side normally. But there's been a mix-up in the camp, and this is how they're lining up to take on this one. Frenchman in the chair, keeping order. Harriet Semugabi from Uganda as the service judge, just opposite Hedar Ditu. So building up then to our first men's doubles. Day 2, session 2. Of this Thomas Cup Group C encounter between India and Canada. And on show court 3. Coaches in place. Canadians looking busy at the far end. Can they make amends on the scoreboard? They have to play badminton of their wildest dreams, you sense. That's the top 10 pairing.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, India, represented by Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy, and Chirag Chetty. And on my left, Canada, represented by Jason Anthony Oshu and Kevin Lee. Canada to serve, Kevin Lee to Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy. Love all. Play. Service over. 1, love.
Well, Kevin Lee played with Victor Lei yesterday in the men's doubles, the man on the left of your picture there. They lost out to Su Qinghong and Yi Hong Wei of Chinese Taipei, a pair ranked 257 in the world. But they were a scratch partnership, himself and Victor Lei. But today, alongside a lot more established doubles player in Hoshu, will that make a big difference?
Service over.
Tall and imposing is Chirag Chetty at the net, making his presence felt very early in this one. Backing up Ranki Reddy nicely, keeping the racket up high, hunting the shuttle as early as possible. Chetty and Ranki Reddy dancing around each other, showing their versatility in court position already. Imposing, arrow-like with their movements. And themselves, the Indians had a win over Jones Rafi Janssen and Marvin Seidel of Germany yesterday on their way to the Bagel win. 57 minutes all they required, coming through 21-13 in a deciding game. They lost the middle game there, 10-21. But they still found answers.
Service over.
Good alert net play there from Jason Anthony.
On
Look at
court
this.
1, Uber Cup
Covered.
Group C, the first single, Thailand, represented by Rajawat
Out.
Intanun.
Service over. 6-2.
Versus Malaysia, represented by Goh Jin Wei.
7-2.
Umpire, Sudirman from India. Service judge, Robertus Tommy Oscariano from Indonesia.
Service over.
Good play from the Canadians, twinning nicely there.
7.
Still work to do. 4 points adrift against this much more established pairing. Tough ask today for these two. They're going to have to bring their very best. And that's why
Service over.
Ready is in the meantime just
8-3.
broken a string. And, he's elected to give the racket to somebody outside the court to rush off to the string, there's no doubt. Yeah, nice mix-up from Reddy at the net there. Just changing the attack lines nicely, very deceptive. Keeping his opponents honest and opening their court at every opportunity.
On court 2, Thomas Cup Group C, the first double, Chinese Taipei, represented by Li Yang and Wang Xilin.
Yeah, it's good play. It's all about trying to
Service
get your
over.
opponents to hit up as often as you can.
4-9.
Good play from the Canadians.
Germany, represented by Marvin Zidel and Jan Colin Volker. Umpire, Janelin Fundao from Philippines. Service judge, Bert Van Horenbeek from Belgium.
Yeah. Such a force overhead, isn't he? Reddy. As is Shetty as well.
10-5.
Strong arming his way through that point.
Chilak to serve. (11-4) interval.
So, no surprises so far. The top 10 team from India in the box seat here with a 7-point cushion, 11 points to 4.
Then you go step on the single line on the side and then cover that one. Because otherwise it's a little bit more.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds. Coach, return to your chair. (11-4). Play.
Familiar face of Matthias Bo coming on as the Indian men's doubles coach. Former world number 1 himself, of course. What a wealth of experience he has.
Service over. 12-5.
He was out of the game for a while as a consequence of that. Just micro edges differences, isn't it, in men's doubles? Not a lot between both teams, but somehow you sense the Indians with the upper hand more often than not. 6-point advantage favouring them both. Oh yes, great point all round. What recovery from the flick serve that went over the head of Poshu. He did well to recover it and continue to contest the point. Shetty vigilant in the front court. Just that little bit more fire in the flat-out drive battle for the Indian duo. So strong in the mid-court driving rally as well.
19-11.
Nice. Every now and then you see flashes of brilliance from this man, don't you, showing his
19.
skills.
Serve over. 20. Game points. Will.
Well, quite honestly, they had just that little bit more, didn't they, as we expected, the top 10 pairing from India. And they secure game one, emphatically. 21 points to 12 in favour of Ranki Reddy and Shetty.
It's also because you go slice single line on one and then full power on the inside of the left hip, then it's easy kill for Sadvik. So I'm okay again, I'm okay with you crossing it, but then you call him out, because otherwise I want him to be positioned where he is now, but if you want to hit cross, then inform him earlier so you can go out on the single line, but then you're covering more of the center yourself, okay? Otherwise a few times more with that one, single line all day. Remember from this side in the defense, we have to step forward because we feel that there is more power, but people have difficulties timing from this side.
Side to side, that was okay, but they are trying to come into the front. You guys' shot was too weak. Only we cannot use our power from our swing now, position, and also time. Before they ready, for example, before they ready, if we hit right away, they cannot touch it. You are doing good for the first shot, but after straight 1 second, others are supposed to be touched early. Do not wait.
Yeah.
No, right away.
Yeah. I always go back to the too much, right?
And leave doors too many times.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3.
Well, both counts in deep discussion with their coaches. Let's see if that will amend the score situation. Can the Canadians hold on? Get an early start in game two here, much needed. Yeah, blistering pace from Ranki Reddy there in the backcourt to seal the deal. Well, the Canadian coach asked them to sort of push up the court a little to try and take the shuttle a little bit higher and rush their opponents, but you can see how the defensive prowess of the Indian pairing is just so heightened and their reflexes are just so sharp. They're used to playing at a high tempo all the time. It's their heady results. That's good though. Kevin Lee adding the heat. Well done, into the right armpit. Chirag Shetty just showing us his dancing skills.
Service over, 3-2.
Just that little bit more proactive in defence, aren't they? Couple that with a little bit more sting in attack as well, and generally, well, they do look heavy favourites in this one, you've got to agree. Although the Canadians putting up as stern resistance as they can, asking a lot of questions. Oh, gorgeous from Rankireddy. Where did he pull that angle from? Something very special there. It's gone.
8-2. Service over, 3-8.
Almost telepathic, isn't it, the way that these two Indians dovetail together so efficiently.
Service over.
Well, that's pressure.
4-9.
The urgency of movement, sort of blur of Indian energy, it's, has caused
10-6.
23-year-old Canadians grappling. They've got it all under control, seemingly, here.
17-8.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? What a great defensive prowess there from Shetty. Look at this, the way that he just opens up such a generous angle with that off the backhand. Yeah, terrific point from both teams.
Service over. 9-18. India. Okay. Okay.
Down from Kevin Lee. Uber alert at the tape there.
18.
Look at this. So quick to close that down.
Ready to receive.
Yeah, tall and imposing, the Indian duo. 2 points from victory right now, and what will be a heady 2-love lead in the overall tie favouring India. And you sense with this kind of effort, if they can get to the W today, that the quarterfinals will be beckoning. Clever little flick serve from Chirag Shetty. Now it's match points.
11.
Well, they had greater firepower, in all honesty, and running out as the deserved winners, these two, Ranki Reddy and Shetty, smiling their way through to victory. They come through in a straight game doubles affair. With a terrific ace to seal the deal. Lovely little fixed serve from Chirag Shetty. Didn't they mix their plays well today? Great focus and no let-ups either. A really good, solid showing from the top 10 pairing. World number 9's come through. 21-12, 21-11 in 29 minutes. So India out ahead in the race to 3. And this will be coming up next as the Indians take a 2-love lead in the overall tie. It's HS Prannoy against BR Sankarth. That'll be our second men's singles out on show floor 3, just moments away. Well, welcome back to day 2 here from the Impact Arena in Bangkok, and 2 wins for India out of the 2 matches contested. Next up, HS Prannoy against BR Sankarth in our second men's singles, 3rd match of the day on court 3, or this second session I should say. All looking rosy from Indian fans' perspective. That's the sort of wider view. You can see matches on 2, 3 and 4 as you work your way down there from right to left on the courts. Our one up next, the second men's singles. HS Prannoy against BR Sankarth, and it's incidentally the only match where these guys have played each other before, although it was kind of 7 years ago, back in 30th of June 2016. They met at the Yonex Canada Open. Prannoy it was who came through at a tight 3-game affair. Sankarth managed to take the middle game. Prannoy came through 21-18, 18-21, 21-12 back then. With so much water has crossed under the bridge since those, since 2016, then I guess in a way you kind of discount it. But psychologically, it might prove a real sort of bonus for HS Prannoy. Only time will tell. There's approximately 60 world ranking spots between these 2 athletes, favouring the Indian, ranked 23rd in the world. He's at 82 in the world. But as you can see, it's just a haven of hustle and bustle and activity, this wonderful, colossal indoor arena. 4 courts of compelling action. Do come down and enjoy it if you are in the Thai capital by chance. It is spellbinding. So we're awaiting the walk-on of our players, who are probably doing some stretches behind the scenes. And sometimes it might be a change of outfit required or something, who knows, but they'll be on their way shortly, there's no doubting that. They'll be getting cajoled along by some supervisors and what have you behind the scenes. But it's a blaze of colour in Bangkok, isn't it? We've been treated already to some terrific badminton. As I say, the Indians 2-0 to the good. Chinese Taipei are competing against Germany on court 2, adjacent to this one. And there's plenty of activity all around this wonderful arena here in Bangkok. Other ties. Thailand are taking on Malaysia. That's out on court 1. And down on 4, which is the one to our bottom left there, that's Denmark against Egypt in the Uber Cup Group C. Thai-Malaysian clash also on court 1. And men's action on 2 and 3. So there's plenty unfolding. We'll bring you all.
HS.
Serve. So just to give you a context, welcome along if you are joining us in the company of Paul Hand, and India out in front with a 2-0 advantage in this race to 3 matches. But of course, in round-robin stages, we play all 5 matches in any tie. Because, of course, well, should it be close in the group, everything needs to be determined by countback. Sometimes games won, matches won and lost. So all 5 matches will be played. This is our 3rd of 5, just about to get started. No Lakshya Sen. He was not enlisted to play today, perhaps just resting the other top 10 player. Now, how will this man, BR Sankarth, do against HS Prannoy?
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, India,
represented by Prannoy HS. And my left, Canada, represented by BR Sankarth. India to serve, love all, play. One, love. Service over. 1, all. Service over. 2, 1. Three, 1. Service over. 2, 3.
Experienced customer HS Prannoy. Saw him contest a really clever match against Jonathan Christie at the back end of last year, where he saved a couple of match points and went on to turn it round, really dug deep. And he mentioned afterwards that Jonathan Christie likes to finish with a flurry of style and perhaps was a little over-audacious, and he made him pay for it. It was a great turnaround, very spirited. And a lot of self-trust from this 29-year-old with a wealth of experience as a former top tenor just 4 years ago now in June 2018. Good pace from Sankarth.
4, 3.
Beating heart of Hawkeye at the disposal of courts 1 and 2, not so on 3 and 4. 4 isn't being televised, but this court 3 is throughout. Nicely done. Sankarth quick to close down the fruits of his labour there. Look at this, read it nicely. Little kiss off the top of the net helped.
Service over. 4, 5.
Wonderful athleticism. There's some hang time on that from Sankarth. He just kind of held out there. Watch this. It's upcoming right now. Look, gorgeous little hold and flick right down the line. It's really clever. Come out all guns blazing. Already 4 consecutive points to his tally. The man in black at the top of your picture. Question we've got is how long can he sustain for at this tempo? Good defense from Prannoy.
7 all. 5, 7. Seven all. 8, 5.
Perhaps grappling with a little bit of weight of expectation, Prannoy, at the moment. Quite a gulf in ranking between the two. Almost 60-odd spots between them, and of course the fact that he won last time as well. I guess everybody had this penciled in as an easy Prannoy win, but not so. He's going to have to really work hard for it, there's no doubting that. Especially when you do look back at that head-to-head to see that his opponent Sankarth took the middle game last time they competed as well. But he does tend to sweat profusely, this man. He was asking for his court to be swept a lot yesterday. And he had a few slips as well.
Seven, 8.
A little bit more elevation with that smash.
On court 2, Thomas Cup Group C, the second single, Chinese Taipei, represented by Wang Zhiwei.
Radar a little bit off with that one.
8 all.
Prannoy, you sense, just starting to settle into his stride a little bit more.
Germany, represented by Kai Schaffer. Umpire, Ivo Castle from Switzerland. Service judge, Polly Lee from the USA.
As many would have anticipated, just squeaks to the interval first, 11 points to 9. High-paced point, hand in glove, doesn't it? He's quite comfortable at this kind of tempo at the moment. Long may it continue, Canadian fans will be hoping. Well, this man was detained for only 30 minutes yesterday. Sankarth kept his opponent on court for 10 minutes shy of an hour, 50 minutes against Lu Jiahong, former boys singles world champion of 2015, the man from Chinese Taipei. So Sankarth looking sharp here, level pegging with the former top tenor.
7 all. Counting. 12.
Wonderful smash angle and a bark of approval as well from Sankarth. Big opportunity to stand up and really be counted for this man. And he really does embrace the challenge. He's utterly professional. He never throws in the towel. He's got a great attitude. You've got to love that.
Play.
Oh, he had it where he wanted it there as well.
Service over. 14-13.
Good defensive prowess from Prannoy. We like that one. Yeah, Prannoy is not offering his opponent much angle to play with. That's the idea, and as a consequence, he's kind of playing very canny badminton, just teasing out error. And that's a good example. I mean, that missed by a country mile by badminton standards. And that might unnerve Sankarth a little. Suddenly, HS Prannoy knuckling down and really eliminating any cheap points for the Canadian. He suddenly got a lot more competitive as the sharp end of this opening game rears its head. Hat-trick of consecutive points then for HS Prannoy. Chuntering away to himself. He looks utterly focused.
Thank you.
He really has tied it up, hasn't he, Prannoy? Battened down the hatches nicely. He's become very watertight of late. Good pace from Sankarth in response.
14-17.
Oh, yes. Prannoy showing us why he was former world number 8, winning 4 out of the last 5 points. 5 out of the last 6, I should say, despite the full-length dive from Sankarth to save it.
Thank you.
It's been a very competitive opening game.
Please back on board. Play.
I can't play here, suggests Sankarth.
Show him where need the show him.
Show him clearly where the sweat is, suggests the umpire.
Thank you.
Wants him back.
Thank you. Don't delay the play. Play must be continued. Play.
Protest foot squeaking from Sankarth. These guys become perspiration specialists, don't they?
Thank you.
Prannoy rips another fresh shuttle from the dispenser. 3 points from the opening game now. Oh, that's glorious. Magical badminton from HS Prannoy. Incredible shot there. Just pulled the rabbit out of the hat here. Look at this. Sankarth didn't see that coming. Very high level from Prannoy. Another magical point from the former top tenor. And where he was struggling in the opening passages of play, he's really got his head down. And now he's got 6 game points.
Service over. 15-20.
Service error on the first. Comes through a very awkward assignment, does HS Prannoy, breathing big sighs of relief. He'll be pleased with that turnaround. It was a slow, sluggish start from him, but I'll tell you what, didn't he look good at the back end of the game, and that's what counts. The world number 23 takes the opening game after 21 minutes, 21 points to 15.
అది ఏ షాట్లో ఎట్ట కొట్టాలో అర్థం కాదు బ్లాగ్లో లాస్ట్ షాట్ లాగా కరెక్ట్ తగలట్లేదు నీ 50-50
Don't force it. Don't try to rush it. Here's one look versus, okay, I'm going to try to create.
Create from that. I'm going for that one.
Yeah.
Because I get it after a while. I'm like, this is the one.
Yeah. So, just keep that right there. Keep that sometimes. Patience up here, patience up. Work from up here, though.
Yeah.
Okay, he's doing all of those rides.
I am, but when I need that finishing edge.
అదొకటి రివర్స్ చేసుకో అన్నీ వేసుకో కానీ ఇక్కడ నుంచి కొంచెం ఫాస్ట్ అవ్వాలి ఏదైనా కొంచెం దూరం ఎస్పెషల్లీ నెట్ కూడా డబుల్ పెట్టినా మనం నెట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఎలా చేసినా ఇలా కొడతాం కదా.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Well, Sankarth might be a little head scratching having had an 8-5 lead in that opening game, but it was stripped away and turned around by some terrific passages of play from this man.
7-0. 2-1. Play. Thank you. Thank you.
But of course the BWF are going to be celebrating their very first World Badminton Day this 5th of July of this year. It was over 87 years ago on the 5th of July 1934 that the International Badminton Federation, now the BWF, was founded. In recognition of this significant date, they want to make a celebration for badminton globally. Get that, makes a lot of sense. That's the big day. 5th of July.
5, 6.
A unique opportunity for us to simultaneously celebrate and promote the sport we love, says President Paul Eric Hoyer. I'm interested to see if they have much impact on our sport globally. He was inquiring, encouraging badminton fans, clubs and communities to organise their own celebrations nationally.
7-5.
lost his way again, hasn't he, momentarily, Sankarth? And we've seen that. And that's it. You can sense that he mixes it with the world's best, but then suddenly the wheels come off a little and Prannoy sort of storms out in front again. But there's been some really encouraging signs from the Canadian, but again, it's all about sustenance, keeping it going. That seems to be the tough ask. It's about performance consistency, and when you see these lower ranked players, I say lower, said respectfully, because 82 in the world is decent, it's good. But is it enough against someone of Prannoy's caliber?
Oh! 7-4, 6, 8.
That's fabulous. Really good strike back, as we saw just moments ago. He's got to keep this level of tempo up. And that's a tough ask. Because that's the thing with better ranked players. They'll sort of suggest, okay, I'll tell you what, you can, you know, if you can play glorious badminton like that, you deserve to win the match. But I don't think you can keep it going. And there we are. Bites back quickly, HS Prannoy.
7.
Now having won 7 of the last 10 points. So he doesn't mind a little flamboyance against himself, but he backs himself in the crunch when it really comes down to it with consistent play. He's missed that one. That'll go down as unforced.
8, 9.
Both men deep in focus, as is Chu Tianchen from Chinese Taipei on the adjacent court 2. Sign of the times, coach with the mask on. We're all under rigorous testing conditions here to make sure that no stone is unturned regarding COVID-19. Fantastic again, he's ignited again, hasn't he? And it's glorious to watch. Pulls the game back to parity as it was earlier at 4 points all. He's done really well to get back on terms here, Sankarth. Oh yes.
7-4, 10, 9.
No nonsense put away there with the straight smash.
Thank you. Thank you.
Familiar look to this match as HS Prannoy takes to the interval with a slender cushion, but a cushion nonetheless. 11 points to 9.
Yeah.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds. 11-9. Play.
Deep in thought after that miss. He knows he's got to play tight to lines against a player of such high caliber as Prannoy, but not that tight. Great save, great turnaround from HS Prannoy. He wants the court swept again after that full length dive. Look at this, well done. Up and down really quickly. Just a testament to his high level of fitness. Big tall man he is, the 29-year-old, but look at that. They're lacking in physical abilities. And he's conducted this match at a really good pace, has Prannoy. He's been masterful with the way that he's kept his opponent at arm's length and managed him well, because Sankarth is much improved. And he's running with a slender lead very nicely, Prannoy, right now. And you can see there's another one of those unforced errors on return of serve this time. He was keen to take it early and strip Prannoy of any time, but he's got to find the court. Sankarth. I've seen too many of those little errors that accrue in favour of Prannoy.
59.
Yeah, it just popped up a little too high in defence there. Sankarth furious with himself as he scuffs his foot along the court. Prannoy enjoying that one.
9.
Prannoy has asked a lot of questions of the consistency of his opponent today, and see it. But that one was on a plate, and he knows it.
12, 20. Game.
The world number 23, former world number 8, HS Prannoy from India, finishes with a flourish. A run of 9 consecutive points towards the sharp end of the match. He comes through after a spirited performance from Sankarth, but consistency lacking from the Canadian. HS Prannoy has his way in a straight game win, coming through after 42 minutes, 21-15, 21-12. And he's pleased with his efforts, as well he ought be. There's confirmation of the scoreline. A very disciplined match from him. A slow start, but getting to the W in the end. So India, in the overall tie, have won the match. But we will be bringing you, of course, the last couple of matches. India secure victory, 3-0 in the overall tie. Coming up next, it's the second men's doubles. Garagat and Panjala against Yakura and Dong. Do join us for that one. Still plenty of action unfolding out here on day 2. A lot more badminton to be bringing you. The Indians with a 3-0 advantage over Team Canada. Next up, it's Garaga and Panjala taking on Dong and Yakura in the second men's doubles, with the original Indian second pair of MR Arjun and Dhruv Kapila dropped to the bench for this one. The 24-year-old and 22-year-old, respectively, world number 40th pair. They've been rested today, and well, it's the young pairing of Vishnuvardhan Good Panjala and Krishna Prasad Garaga who take on the might of the top 200 pairing of Adam Dong and Neil Yakura. Confirmation of this match that we'll be watching. The young Indian team. Big opportunity for them. They're a top 50 pairing, world number 46 team on the rankings. As you can see, there's a lot of group stage action unfolding across all 4 courts, and of course we've still got all 4 matches in the 7 o'clock night session to come onto court later on after this afternoon session is done and dusted. Here come the Indian duo.
Canada, represented by Dong Adam and Neil Yakura. Umpire, Arya Samugabi from Uganda. Service judge, Haida Ditu from France.
Here comes Adam Dong and Neil Yakura, 28 and 29-year-olds respectively, off their career high world ranking together of 198 in the world.
Dong, red or white?
First meeting.
You want the toss? They want the toss. This side, okay? What you said? You're receiving, Christian. Who will serve? Okay. Dong, okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Adam Dong won the toss and elected to take this near end to start with, and in the end I think they got chosen to serve as well, the Canadians, by their opponents. Almost started the warm-up with his mask on, didn't he? We used to see that quite a lot, but now these guys are familiar with stripping their mask off, having done the formalities before the warm-up. Krishna Prasad Garaga, 22 years of age, from Kakinada in India. He's been up at 45 in the world with Dhruv Kapila, his tall Indian compatriot, playing off a ranking just 1 spot below with today's partner, Vishnuvardhan Good Panjala. 21 years of age, from Hyderabad. In terms of results, they were runners-up together at the Syed Modi International this year, twice quarter-finalists at the Odisha Open and the German Open as well. Played 14 matches, won 7, lost 7. Adam Dong, well, we brought you his doubles match yesterday, 28 years of age, athlete from Suzhou in China, is where he's born. And off of that career high ranking, or ranking of a high, I should say, with Neil Yakura of 198 in the world. 29 years of age, from Scarborough born in Ontario, where he still lives. And he's been a top 30 player with the man that we saw in the previous doubles, Jason Anthony Hoshu. But these two will be a tough pairing. Court officials. Harriet Mugabe of Uganda and Haidar Ditu of France, the service judge. He was in the chair for the first men's doubles. And now they've reversed roles. Looking very focused, just checking his apparatus. The Indian pairing, the youngsters that have been given the nod, big opportunity for them to really Idan from Panjala at the front court.
Over. 3-9.
That'll help, because thus far you've sensed that perhaps the Canadians have just been a little toothless in their attacks, but this is much more offensive.
Five, 9.
Oh, it was a high-quality return of serve from Garaga, but his partner Panjala unable to take advantage.
Service over. 10-5.
Adam Dong wise to the flick serve. He got up there pretty quickly. Did plenty with that.
Good. Good. Play.
That's glorious, particularly from Neil Yakura. He's the most experienced player on court, the little man there. And having been a top 30 player with Hoshu, he knows what he's doing. And that was a wonderful setup for his partner there with a couple of terrific high-class drop shots. So nibbling away at the scoreboard arrears. It was the Indians that came out on the front foot with plenty of potency in their attacks. But now they've been pegged back somewhat. It'll be interesting to see how the youngsters respond to that. Well done. Very strong in the front hard game.
11-8 interval.
So they get to the turn with an 11.8 cushion. Garaga and Panjala.
we need to be better at movement after this match. We got after this match we need to move a little bit better. Yeah.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds. Coach, return to your chair. Eleven, 8. Lead.
Brilliant from Panjala. Really good. Look at this, keeping the pressure on.
It's over. 9-12. Over 13-10. Serves over. 11-13. Line judge. Line judge. Every court, please.
So it's been a tight opening game contest so far. Matthias Bo in grey in the top left view of a picture with plenty to say as the men's doubles coach of the Indian team. This is really encouraging.
14-12.
Having had such a generous lead, breaking out of the gates with a 6-love lead, and that became 9-2. They were looking really good for the opening game, but Matthias Bo with plenty to say at the back of the court there. And these are poignant moments as well, right through the belly of this opening game. Can the Indian duo keep the momentum on, or will the Canadians respond with effect? good from the Canadians, really well worked, and you can see that the Indians are just playing through the central part of the Canadian court. Sometimes need to use just that little bit more width. Not always that easy.
Service over, 15-13.
To snatch game one, 21 points to 15. It's kind of
and then when you come in at the end, you keep it straight and you keep it like its placement over speed, okay? Because you can see here in the end where you're blocking and so on. Maybe we have to play another shot. It doesn't matter. We're getting it down to this, yeah? And see if we can find the balance from the back to the then just do the,
I know what people want to do, but still, it doesn't work. That time, usually your power is 70%. And I said that after my partner hit it for the drive or either defense, the other partner is still middle shot was too slow. Middle shot, we have to touch birdie as soon as possible. And same idea, after my partner hit it like for the defense or drive, when they drop shot, we always lift back to the cross court. No, middle net or hit to their body for the soft one. Okay?
For 3:20 seconds, for 3:20 seconds.
Well, it certainly has been a compelling opening game. Finishing with a flurry in that opener. A run of 5 consecutive points for the Indian pair. Desperately keen to resume
Second game.
with such positive intent.
Bravo. Play.
Lucky break off the top of the net cord there, favouring Rajawat. Oh, what's not to love about that lovely rat-a-tat play? No time to blink, let alone think. It's just so fast, isn't it? Fast and furious. Really good to watch. Gallagher so utterly focused in the front court there, doing a really good job owning the scene up there. Simultaneous roar of delight from the Indians. Great return of serve again from Garagat. Seemingly driven by their sheer will to succeed.
Service over. 3-4.
Now, can these two build something of significance here to haul back the momentum?
Service over. 5-3.
Right down the corridor of doubt. Look at this. Hammered with authority. And neither of the Canadians flinched there. That was so well struck. Sweet timing again from the racket of the slightly shorter of the two Indians.
Service over. 4-5. Service over. 6-4.
Head scratching for Nilya Kura. Yeah, they've been gobbling up situations like that very well, haven't they, the Indians? And again, they push more scoreboard pressure onto their Canadian opponent's shoulders.
Service over. 5-7. Service over. 8-5.
A little bit more pacier and aggressive and serving them well. Canadians at times looking a little shell-shocked.
9-5. Service over. 6-9. Service over. 10.
Impressive pace this time from Panjala. And again, it's the young Indians that keep their nose in front in terms of scoreboard tally with a 5-point cushion, 11 points to 6, and a game to the good. The Canadians slightly stifled at this stage. Can they find answers?
And second one, after we beat, now we lost lots of points over the meters. Not the reason why. Let's say if our leading was the one here, can you guys move your position more down? That means
Just get an extra over. If it's okay, you have a few where we just tap, just get it under, and then close it up. Then we're getting it down.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Okay, one sharper. Doesn't matter.
Return to chip. 11-6. play.
Well, it's solid so far. It's been a
9.
Raga really in the driving seat now, 3 points away from victory, and it's been emphatic, hasn't it? They've never really let the Canadians in.
It's over. 10-19.
Canadians looking despondent right now. It's 10 match points for Gallagher and Panjala. They certainly have owned centre stage out here. It's been a very solid performance. There's one more point required.
Service over. 11-20.
Well, it was a lopsided affair where these two young Indians completely manhandled their Canadian opponents and never let them into the lead in either game. It was really very, very solid from Panjala and Garaga. Names to watch out for, you sense. That was a really stunning display from the Indian third pair coming through comfortably. 21-15, 21-11 after 34 minutes of action out here on show court 3. So the Indians forge out ahead with a 4-love lead in the overall tie. And their business is done for the day, and they should be feeling pretty good. Top 50 right now, these two, but keep an eye on them. They are richly talented and only going one way in the rankings, and that is up. Twinning very, very well together. Coming up next, it's the third men's singles between Rajawat and Lay. So, Indian-Canadian clash on day 2 here from the Thai capital. Who joins for that one? Well, there's the state of play in this second session match of day 2. India with a heavy 4-love lead over the Canadians as they did yesterday over the Germans, where they won 5-love. They're looking like they're going to bagel the Canadians as well. Really strong showing. All of their players. Srikanth, the only player to have dropped a game so far. Now on to our third men's singles. Looking to the future with young blood, both teams. Successors, next generation players, opportunity for both. Priyanshu Rajawat, world number 85, takes on Victor Lay, just 17 years of age, world number 291. Our court officials stand in wait.
India, represented by Priyanshu Rajawat.
As our players are introduced to show court 3.
Canada,
here comes
represented by Victor Lai.
the Indian, Priyanshu Rajawat, world number 85, just 20 years of age. He's played 9 matches this year, 5 wins, 4 losses. And here's Victor Lay, who we brought you for the first time on show court 3 in doubles yesterday. He's world number 291. First meeting between these two.
Players welcome. India, black or red? What's your choice? Black, you will be red. You've won the toss. Left, serving first.
Victor Lay winning the toss, chose the far end. And his opponent, Priyanshu Rajawat, will serve to get us underway. It's been a good year for Rajawat, who's top 100, entrenched already. Played 9 matches, won 5, lost 4. And just, well, 3 spots off that career high ranking. 1m76 he stands. Runner-up at the Odisha Open this year and winner of 3 men's singles titles last year, the India International Challenge, Victor Ukraine International, and the Bahrain International Series event as well. That was in 2019, that one. But familiar with winning, that's always a good thing. His opponent, Victor Lay, he's a top 300 player from Ontario. 1m76. Twice winner of the junior international events in Guatemala in 2021 and Portugal as well. He lost in the round of 16 at the Pan Am Individual Championships in San Salvador in April to a man that we saw earlier, Sankarth. And here's our nice, loud, clear umpire, Philip Ayong-Chi of the United States, with his specs on this time. Now, will it be saying hello to the service judge as well? Will it be the Indians that move through into day 3 unblemished so far? They haven't put a foot wrong. Just Kidambi Srikanth that dropped the opening game in men's singles, having had a couple of game points, but he recovered very, very well to turn the opening match around against the talented Canadian Brian Yang. But what of this man? Is it his time? On show court 3 for the second time. He played yesterday in the doubles against Chinese Taipei. But went down hard against Su Ching Hung and Yi Hong Wei did Victor Lay and Kevin Lee. That was a straight game affair. Just 25 minutes needed for the Chinese Taipei pairing. Here we go then, just about to get our 5th match underway in this Indian-Canadian clash on day 2 here. Remember, we do it all over again at 7 o'clock, just about an hour and a half away.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, India, represented by Priyanshu Rajawat. And on my left, Canada, represented by Victor Lai. India to serve, love all. Play.
that's anything to go by. Looks like we're in for quite a spectacle. Compelling opening point.
Service over. 1-all.
Tall and sinewy. Good deception as well.
2, 4, 5.
And suddenly the rampant 5-1 lead is gradually dispersed by the Indian. Looking super straight net shot and good follow-up as well, getting his body weight down through that final straight smash. Statement smash. Good play in response from the Canadian.
Over 6-8.
Whatever you can do, I can do better.
Service over 9-7. Oh. 10-7.
Just kissed the top of the frame, that one. It's been hard to know what to make of this as Rajawat heads out to an 11-7 gain at the interval, having won 7 consecutive points, but his opponent had won 5 from the offing.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Well, he's on
play.
10 out of the last 12 points, has Rajawat.
On court 2, Thomas Cup Group C, the second double, Chinese Taipei, represented by Liu Xiyao and Yang Po Han.
Service over, 8-12.
Versus Germany, represented by Biana Geis and Daniel Hess.
Service over, 13-8.
Just looks a little hangdog, doesn't he, young Victor Lay? The 17-year-old, every now and then he gets despondent, perhaps a little too quickly. And of course, that really, the mental component of badminton, same as all these racket sports, is just the last one really to etch into place for most players. It takes a while to become mentally strong. Certainly at 17, there's a lot of development to be done. He just had a little slip here, and so he wants the quarter tended on. That was the moment there, just kind of getting into semi-splits position as he snatches another fresh shuttle from the dispenser. He's ready to resume, but he's still got work to do. It's gone as well. Well, some really promising signs from both, there's no doubting that, but of course it's all about sort of grappling with the consistency. That's why these guys, like all the rest, are, you know, ranked lower than a lot of players here. And if they want to get to the upper echelons of the game, they've got to tidy up all round and minimize error. Easier said than done. But this is what it's all about, serving your apprenticeship and putting in the hard yards to tidy up your game. Not just on the practice court, but delivering in match play as well.
Umpire Roberto Tommy Oscariano from Indonesia. Service judge Sudirman from India.
Well, somebody call the police, because that point was stolen by India. 2 dives to his left that were so dynamic. Look at that save. Incredible turnaround. That's certainly his point of the day for me. Absolutely standout. And that cements a well-earned lead for Rajawat. Psychologically, that'll feel like a crushing blow to young Victor Lay. Unable to follow up from that good work there, the youngster.
17-10.
It's a shame. Super point from both players, and that didn't miss by much. Physically grueling point that was. Even the young 17-year-old just going for the towel at the end of that one. Worked very hard, both of them. And of course, everybody has to start somewhere. We saw young Kento Momota really emerge from boy to man when he led the Japanese to win in 2014.
(12-17). Service over. 18-12.
Lovely deception there on the return of serve and backing up nicely with the cross smash. Oh, terrific point from both again. Been really treated out here. These guys with such good attacking games, but of course it's that defensive prowess that really needs to be laid down as a good platform to work from. And Rajawat just that little bit more intact in that regard. 2 points away from the opening game now. He's getting a lot of support though from the camp at the back of the court.
5-2.
Now is when you take a good look at the captaincy from India at sort of putting Lakshya Sen onto the bench for this one and sort of asking more from his 2, 3 and 4 in the pecking order. And I tell you what, at the moment Priyanshu Rajawat is building nicely, and you would imagine we'll be seeing a lot more of this man representing India increasingly more over the years. That is fantastic. Really high skill level, good deception there off the backhand wing.
7-2.
He's all over this one as well as he was the first game. Look at this. All the answers right now. And Victor looking a little despondent. Head starting to sink a little. It's more like it though.
Service over, 3-7. Service over, 8-3.
He's getting hoiked all over the court, isn't he? Victor Lai at the moment. Supreme shuttle control from Rajawat.
Service over, 4-8. Service over, 9-5.
Starting to motor now. Priyanshu.
Service over, 6-9. Service over, 10-6.
Well done, dealing with the short lift away nicely. Middle fist pump as well.
7-10. Service over, 11-8 interval.
Well, a similar look that we saw in the opening game for Rajawat, who's in command in this second game. Some little flurries of positivity from Victor Lai, but just the odd mistake here and there that's costing him. So 11-8, Rajawat in the driving seat in game 2. Team India looking for the bagel, as they did yesterday over the Germans.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Well, for those of you that caught a glimpse of Team Germany in the background there, you might have thought they were off to the beach with their team strip. It looks quite sort of colourful and light-hearted, doesn't it, in their sort of neon tops and very beach-like match shorts. They're over on court 2, adjacent. You might catch a glimpse of them.
11-8, play.
Anyhow, back to business. Good lead from Rajawat, backing himself nicely there. Sometimes you see a little hesitancy when a player then suddenly just commits to the shuttle, but that was good judgment from the world number 85.
Service over, 9-12.
He's got that sort of lollopy look, hasn't he, Victor Lai, of a youngster who's sort of evolving. He's not quite grown into his full body size yet. His feet and hands are big, like a sort of Labrador puppy. He's going to be a tall player, you can tell.
13-10.
When he does fully mature, no doubt he'll be quite some athlete. 17 years of age, though, taking to this grand stage, representing your country. Terrific, high-quality return of serve off the backhand from Victor there as well.
11-13.
Look at that, great deception. He's got all the tools, but it's about when to pull the trigger on them and to do it that little bit more consistently. Easy from here, though. That's nice. Good response from Rajawat.
Service over.
Good back behind as well.
11.
Clever directional straight smash. Decision making from the higher ranked player. Just consistently that little bit better, as well as the execution and percentage of how he goes about his business on the badminton court. Three-time semi-finalists, but many moons ago, the Indians are looking to up their level. It was a quarter-final showing in Aarhus in Denmark last year in the Thomas Cup. They'd dearly love to go better than that, and they look strong this year. Akshay has had a rest day, and he'll be up for it. Really good play there from young Victor Lai.
13-14.
Showing a lot of character out here, digging deep to try and haul this second game his way. When you consider that he was 8-3 adrift Things are looking up for the young Canadian.
All.
Suddenly, from nowhere, Delay breaks to the front. A roar from Rajawat. These are big moments. Taking his time, understandably. Nerves of steel from the youngster. Missed by quite a bit, you know. Rajawat's getting tight. 3 match points have come and gone. This is really encouraging for the young Canadian. He must be delighting in this moment. Somehow he's still afloat. So, having saved 3 match points, he's now got a game point of his own. That's missed as well, and it's just a litany of unforced errors from Rajawat at the business end of that second game, and Delay is well and truly in this. As we go down the final straight here in the Impact Arena, it's going to be decided by a third game, a 1-game shootout. And what spirit he showed, this young man, 17 years of age, just dug deep at the death of it. And now there's a real spring in his step as Delay secures game 2, 22-20.
Not an outright winner, but it sets you up for the next. It's no lock them in. So keep working that with patience, working those corners. But yeah, when you get the attack, just patience. But so what he's got to dive for it. That's what he's got. I take those all day, having him to dive. Which stay with it. Patience. Don't go in a full game here. Don't have to play a game tomorrow, so don't go back for anything else. One game here. Lots to give. Come on, let's go.
Court 3, 20 seconds. Court 3, 20 seconds.
Well, I bet the world number 291 at the top of your picture in black and pink can barely believe his luck. Saved 3 match points and, well, he's still alive and kicking in this one. A 1-game shootout from Canada. Secure a match win. And it'll be quite a coup if it's done by their young 17-year-old. Youngest player in the pack.
True love.
Well, he's made a mess of that one as well. Not easy, it was dropping really quickly. That's more like it from Rajawat, who puts the wheels on with a lovely bit of feel there. But he's got to rebuild all over again.
Two all. Service over, 3 all. Service over, 4-3. Service over, 4 all.
His head must be spinning like a washing machine right now, Rajawat, having had the 3 match points. It's so tough just to sort of flush that away. He'll be nibbling away at his psyche, there's no doubting that. That was better though. And he started to roar again, just to gee himself back into top gear. The internal demons will have been nibbling away in the back of his head. But he has to compartmentalize every single point and go 1 point at a time. Very often that's easy to say, but difficult to do. Victor Lai is fist pumping himself. He's absolutely delighted and looks to be carrying himself with purposeful demeanor, having been given a rejuvenation from his opponent. Two of the 3 singles that we've seen today have gone the distance. Kidambi yielding the opening game to Brian Yang, having had a couple of game points himself.
Service over, 6-5.
Stunning all-out attack and another loud bark of approval from Rajawat. Trying to get in the face of the young 17-year-old to reimpose his authority on this one. Well, he did all the hard work in the point and missed the fairly routine recovery there. Yeah, good play, very deceptive. Hold and flick.
you.
Starting to purr along nicely now, Rajawat. He's got the wheels back on. He's won 6 out of the last 9 points. Much better from him, having had the despondent moments of seeing 2 game point opportunities, match point opportunities slip through his fingertips in the previous game. He's responded well. Just
13-7.
Now, one thing he has to do
Service over 11-18.
good recovery there off the forehand wing from Rajawat. So, in the end, Victor Lay does well to put that point to bed, as he does here as well. And this is where he's dangerous. And all this does is put a little bit of hesitancy into the mind of the Indian player again, as there was at the sharp end of game 2. He's found it. Yeah.
Service over.
Plenty of room to play with on that cross-court choice from Rajawat, and that was really sensible. 2 points for victory.
Service over 13-19.
Well, he's still asking the questions, isn't he? Commendably. Tilley hanging in there, as he's done throughout.
Service over.
But buckling there.
20. Match point 14.
And after 51 minutes, Priyanshu Rajawat has a 4th match point. Priyanshu Rajawat. He stumbled, he took a wrong turn in the road, lost 3 match points, but snatches his 4th match point to put the match to bed in 52 minutes out here on show court 3. And with that, he seals the tie. 5-love. 21-13, 20-22, 21-14. It was a nervy second game, but he recovered well to put the wheels back on and get across the line. And it ought to be job done for India, who will probably punch their ticket to the quarterfinals with 2 tie wins. Their next match will come on Thursday against Chinese Taipei, who are in battle with Germany over on the adjacent court 2. But for today, it's Priyanshu Rajawat, who had a very good win over a young emerging talent, Victor Lay of Canada, who showed a lot of spirit. So it's up and away for India, yet to drop a match, offering out another bagel issued today against Canada, as they did yesterday to Germany. So there's a confirmation of the score lines. Kidambi Srikanth coming through against Brian Yang, Ranki Reddy and Shetty against Loshu and Lee. HS Prannoy, again a straight game affair over Sankarth, although it was competitive, particularly that opening game. Garagra and Panjala, well, they did the business over Dong and Yakura in straight games, and then Priyanshu Rajawat, the man who just offered the 5-0 scoreline. That's all the action. This Uber Cup encounter between China and Spain will be coming up in just under 40 minutes or so at 7 o'clock local time on Show Court 3. Do join us for that. Thanks for your company. From Paul Hand, I bid you farewell for now. Bye-bye.